The common extensor origin is attached to the smooth area on the front of the lateral epicondyle. From it arises the fused tendons of extensor carpi radialis brevis, extensor digitorium, extensor digiti minimi, and extensor carpi ulnaris.
What type of plane is this?
Temokismo. Last vet mami. Chumi sinantabi.
Jesus is Lord.
Yeah. I told you this one is big go. Let me look at this one. I don't know how to stop. You know what happened? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's not this work is. Not to anything.
Will you keep quiet?
Let me to medical.
How many times will they tell you?
Hello there everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Debs. If you just see my face for the first time, welcome. I'm super excited to have you here. You're welcome to the family. Please do something for me. I love language. It's when you subscribe. So please let me see, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. To my many subscribers, you guys know how much I love you. Thank you for always showing up for me. If you've been enjoying this preclinical series of medical school, I want you to raise up your hand. Hello everybody, so we're going to be continuing our preclinical school series from where we stopped last week. So I trust you're going to enjoy this one. Let's jump right into the video. So be open to other options. Things can change. Like for me, I used to be someone in 100 level, 200 level. In fact, most of my medical school, I didn't used to read with people. I would say, oh, I don't learn when I read with people and all that. I got to final year and I knew, oh, finally you have to read it because you must know what everybody knows. You don't know what everybody knows, then there's trouble. So I just did that. But then I now realized that I didn't like, I was reading with people here, like tutorials and all that. I wasn't still really feeling it, but I knew that I shall go to learn, pick up one or two things, especially because it was clinicals we were doing more of and everything. But then I just developed that desire to have a reading partner, just one person. And my beautiful friend and sister Ebubechukwu, Dr. Ebubechukwu, we read together for from April to when we wrote our exam in November. That's like 7 months, and that was the best decision we both ever made. Because we, even through the ASU strike, you guys are going to hear my story of my final year. Through ASU strike, we had a 7 months long ASU strike. Was it 7 months? This was 9 months. So from February to October, we had an 8 months long ASU strike, and it was really tiring because we were supposed to write our exams in June. I'm not supposed to say that story now, but I'll say it later. But I started reading with someone, and I started my journey in medical school not wanting to read with anybody. I was like a soul learner, soul reader, do things on my own, read on my own and all that. And I was doing okay, but I realized that 2 heads are indeed better than one. So it's good for you to be very flexible. Your reading style may change, your reading pattern may change. Be open to trying new ways. You get me? That's the aim of what I'm saying. Now the next thing is you also want to avoid distractions. Social media is a big distraction when you want to read. I know there's a tendency to say, oh, I want to listen to music on my phone from Spotify, and I'm going to have to turn on my data and all that. But for you're turning on your data, you hear notification, you will see message, you go and laugh on Twitter, you go and laugh on Instagram, you'll be scrolling. I know the power of scrolling. You just be scrolling, you will know that 1 hour has gone, and that one you'd have used to read 5 pages in your Kismo. So please, you have to just learn how to be disciplined. I won't say delete social media apps because you still need them to refuel. You still need them, like YouTube, for example. Now you're watching me on YouTube, for example. Also, you need, if you want to check up things for people to explain something you are not really clear on, you can check YouTube or Google and all that. So you will still need your phone, but you just have this in yourself that any WhatsApp message will wait, any social media. Just know that, you see, anything you laugh about in social media today, tomorrow they are going to bring something else that will be more humorous. So yesterday's thing cannot be better than today or tomorrow. So just always know that you can, like I said in my very first video on medical school, delayed gratification. Just tell yourself that all these things that I want to go and do now, there will be more and even better, much more interesting things in the future. So let me focus on what I have, my goal at hand now, and give it my best shot. So that's what you should tell yourself. Now the fifth thing is get a study schedule. Now one of the ways that you can frustrate yourself in medical school is just reading haphazardly. Today you open biology, you just say, oh, let me shall open something. Tomorrow you will not even know what you are doing. How do you make your study schedule? You draft your study schedule from your course outline. I don't know if they still break down the topics that you're supposed to know, but they should still do that in all standard schools. So just frame your study schedule. Oh, this week I'm going to read week 1, week 2, and week 3 of biology. I'll read week 1 and week 2 of this, so that you would plan your life and also plan it in relation to your school timetable. Not that you say, I'll read week 1 this week. I think you're reading week 7. You have like 12 weeks of work to read, and you're doing it small and steady wins the race. And within small, then test will now meet you and you are not even read up to half. You have to compress your studies. You now be getting having panic attacks doing this one, running later say, yeah, I'm not ready. You can compress your study schedule in relation to your test dates, so that you can prepare. Leave at least 1 to 2 weeks between your reading time and your exam or test time, so that you can use those 2 weeks for revision. Because you know the reading you are reading, sure you know that first reading is just child's play. You have to reread. You read, and I'm still going to talk about that later. So plan a study schedule. Plan your time based on your time. Yes, plan your time based on your time. Yeah, plan your time based on your time. Don't say I'll read for 10 hours today, when you know you go to class from 8 to 5. When you get home, you will eat, you will fetch water, you will tired, you now sleep. Or from 7 to like 10, you now say you want to read for 10 hours. Please, don't you want to see the 10 hours from 10 to 10 a.m. 12 hours. So is it that you read from that 10 to 8 a.m. in the morning when you are going to class? You will not sleep at all. I don't understand. You will not bath, you will not eat, you will not do anything. No. So plan your time according to the time that you have, and make sure that you are not just sitting in the reading room, but you're actually being effective. Effectiveness and efficiency are very key in medical school. You cannot just be saying you are in the reading room and you have nothing to show for it. Please don't waste time here. Now take notes moderately. Number 6, take notes moderately, because note taking can be very time wasting if you do it in excess. Take notes moderately. Be moderate about your taking notes. Don't do, oh, I want to take notes, so now take. You now copy the entire textbook, you do this one. No, take notes moderately. Our advice, if you have lecture notes, get all this higher education that section where you can have like lines, or you can even get a very wide book, then divide it. My friend used to do that, Dr. Nifemi. She will divide it, she will make 2 margins like this. So it'll be margin here. So she write her class notes in the middle, and when she's going back to read any extra information, she will jot it on either side. So that makes her work easier. She knows that everything she needs in the one book. Not that you have one class notes. I'm thinking about myself. You have your own personal jotting notes. You now have another one. See, at the end of the day, when you now read for a revision, when you are revising for exams, you now be overwhelmed. That's when you now start having anxiety. Normally there's anxiety, you now have extra added anxiety. So please, let's be moderate. Do everything in moderation, especially note taking. Next thing is, which is actually the most important, read with past questions. I said it in the first video, but I'm going to repeat it again. Read with past questions. Past questions is the secret of acing exams in medical school. If you read with past questions, you can never go wrong. And like, how will I read with past questions? I don't know anything. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That's your ignorance. Is what I'm looking for. You don't know anything is what should make you read past questions, because how will you know if you don't ask questions, right? So past questions help you. They allow you to read with an open mind of, I am seeking knowledge. So if I say a question, you're not even doing the past questions to be able to solve it. You are doing the past questions to be able to read, because now you're not just reading anyhow. Because if you are carrying the book and reading video, you just reading jagba. It's like you're walking in the desert. You don't have direction. But past questions help you have direction, help you have precision and focus. You know what you are reading, you know what you are looking for. This is what the examiner asks. That's the beauty of past questions. So you read. So the first thing you take, and start with MCQs, not theory. Start with MCQs. MCQs are the best. Read the questions and then go and read the topic, or go and read that part of the topic, or read the topic. Because if I say you should read the topic now, someone will say, but it's a P&P question, so I should go and read the entire P&P. No, don't read the entire P&P. Just read that thing. Oh, they're just asking you for some the innovations of the around the uterus. Just read that part and focus on answer that question. Move on. You will still see another question that will take you around P&P, but it will take you, past questions will take you to the major parts of the course that are important, that are being tested. You not just be reading you just be moving around and you do it for when did not say what did you not move the blood supply of upper limb. You are looking okay, brachial artery. You're not, don't do that. And just so make sure you read the password. So like I said, I'm going to give you the hierarchy of your textbooks, or what I call your text, what's your study materials. The first one, your first textbook is your lecture notes. Whatever your lecturer gives in class, your first notes, your first textbook, your first resource is your lecture notes. Second is past question. Third is now the recommended text, which you are also going to read in moderation based on what is given in your lecture notes, right? But you see, it's the past questions that will help you to know the extra the things you don't see in your lecture notes. Past questions will help you to get there. That's the beauty of past questions. Nobody will tell you this. So me, I gave you free of charge. Say thank you. Say thank you. Say thank you. Now the eighth thing is choose your study boosters. And what do I mean by study boosters? Study boosters are those things that you add to your study routine that helps you to retain, that helps you to learn, that helps you to assimilate, and helps you to retain. And what are study boosters? What are examples of study boosters? Number one are videos, medical videos. So when you read a topic, you can even start by watching a video. That helps you to have an idea, a broad idea. You can watch osmosis videos are very, very succinct and very explanatory. Osmosis videos. Kaplan is more for step one, but step one is USMLE. Anyways, osmosis is very exemplary. There are other doctors, so I think there's this Dr. Mike that does medical videos. So but I know osmosis, I use osmosis a lot. Very, very effective. Second thing is study groups or tutorials. When you have people that come together to read together, it helps, because when you hear somebody say something, it sticks. Then when you sit down and read that, you can read something 5 times and for it to stick. But when you hear somebody say it, it sticks more. You hear that person's voice in your head, it will stick more. Yeah, so study groups and tutorials, very important. Number 3 study booster is moving stuff with a friend. It helps you, and even if you don't, somebody can grab you and say, yeah, let me move this for you, and then you will learn. You might not get everything at all, but you should be gingered. And there's this thing when you see that your mates are reading, yeah, you say, yeah, my life, let me go and read. So you now go and read. So it has a way of stimulating and helping you. Another thing is teaching someone. It's almost like moving stuff, but like now you're not doing it for the sake of, oh, let me move stuff. You're doing it because you want to teach. Let me teach you something. I read something today. Can I teach you? You're only a proud person that will say, no, don't teach me. Don't teach me. Why would you teach me? Everybody should want to learn in this medical school. If you tell you want to teach me, that means you are reducing something from what I'm going to read. I will be praying for you from my heart. So, okay, let me teach you. Just offer to teach somebody. It doesn't have to be the same person every time. You can change person. But if you are going to the same person every time, I'll be like, did I tell you that I cannot read by myself? But at least if you have friends, you can teach this one today, teach this one tomorrow. Before you know it, you are getting. And once you teach somebody, you know, there's this rule that one of my consultants in emergency medicine taught us when we were in medical school, my final year actually. He said, learn one, that there was a rule that they taught them to learn one, do one, and teach one. That's it. Learn one, do one, and teach one. So once you learn, do it, and then teach somebody. So that way you can never forget. That's the principle of learning. Learn one, teach one, do one. So yeah, that helps. Also, seniors can also help you as a form of study boost. And then if you have approachable lecturers, if you do not understand stuff, you can talk to them, they could explain. I don't know how lecturers are, but in my own days, you want to go and meet lecturer for what? Oh, understand, say, that's your problem. You get. Anyways, so the final one, or second to the last actually, is revision or recall is more important than the actual reading itself. Revision and recall is more important than the actual reading itself, because I've mentioned it already, but this is actually the point here. You have to be able to remember and reproduce what you have learned. That's the essence of reading. The essence of reading is not to say, I've finished this, I've finished it small. Can you, if I ask you a question, and you know what helps you to recall? Past questions. You cannot run away from it. If you learn this thing early enough, you will ace your medical. You will come and be thanking me, Dr. Debola, thank you for teaching me this secret of medical school. There are past questions everywhere. Yes, thank you for the reminder, Holy Spirit. So, yeah, always make sure you recall, you use past questions. You use past questions to recall, because at the end of the day, you might not be able to go back to all your notes. Medical school is so tasking that you may not be able to go back to all your notes. But you know, with past questions, you can go with just one page of past questions. You can go to P&P, you can go to histology, you can go to neuroanatomy in just one page, and you will feel like, oh, I've actually read, and you feel like, oh, I remember, and all those things. Even things that you thought you had read, you now remember that there's a gap, there's a knowledge gap in your head, and you need to fill this. But you so the second to the last study tip or study guide is you and your colleagues can come together, and when you have a test and an exam, after you are done, try and recall your questions. This is the best thing that can happen to any medical student, because these lecturers repeat questions. You say, they repeat questions. Who has time? They are busy hustling for people in town. They will be having time to set a question for you. They repeat questions like anything. So set your mind to it. You guys probably distribute yourself. If it's an MCQ that maybe there are going to be like 100 questions, choose numbers. If you guys are many, you cram number 1 and 2, you cram number 3 and 4 with options, so that you will be able to come and recall everything and be able to use it as a form of practice for your main exam. It will help you. Imagine you having the exact same questions in your test in your exam. You would pass, especially if you revise them. You get, so it helps a lot. That's what we did in my own medical school, and it used to help us. In fact, the funny thing about it is that the first group that goes is always the sacrificial lamb. Besides doing it in clinical school, we did it in clinical school. So the first group that goes to that post is sacrificial lamb. So they will go and write rubbish, and go and recall from the remaining groups. These are 4 groups, then ABCD. So once they recall like this, we know that the subsequent groups will just go and practice past questions. The recall questions, and that's how we usually obviously was higher than them, because we saw the questions you get. So yeah, but at least it will still go around. One group will still be the first to go to another posting you get. So it just happens like that. So it really helps to try and recall. And the final thing is, you cannot neglect the supernatural in this reading thing for medical school. No matter how much you read, you still need God to help you. You still need God to give you grace. You still need God to bring to your remembrance things that you've learned. I mean, you can't neglect supernatural. God will give you grace, will give you strength. He will lead you to areas that there are sometimes that is at the front of the example that I'll be flipping my jotter, and my eyes will just meet something. I'll quickly read. If I had not seen something, that thing that I saw, I would not have had the clue or reason I was to the exam. So the supernatural is still very paramount. Anyone that does medical school with God always has a different story to tell. Anyone that writes it down anywhere, anyone that does medical school with God always has a different story to tell, and it's always a testimony story. It's not a tragedy story. Even if there's no how, it's not like you won't have failures along the way. It's not like you will not like meet some obstacles along the way. It's inevitable, but you will know that you are more than conquerors. That faith to overcome. Imagine having a receipt. You still need to pick up your faith. You won't say, God is not good because you had the receipt. No, you still have to use that same faith to pick up yourself and study again and face the exam again. And we'll still talk about receipts. I'll bring some of my friends that had receipts and be open to share their experiences, so that I know that receipts is not the end of the world. I feel like it's even an opportunity to be better than even all your colleagues, because you get to read and write the exam the second time. It's perspective. It's how you see it. Yeah, it's how you see it really. It's like taking the second time. You are doing better. You're going to be better than then that thing, because you're reading for the second time. You're having the opportunity to be exposed to the exam conditions the second time, though it's had its own perks. I know that, but yeah, you can still maximize. You can still bring lemonade out of the lemons. Yes, you can. So yeah, I think that brings us to the end of this video. If you are studying for exams, I pray for speed for you, retentive memory. Supernatural help is made available to you. You read, you understand, you recall, you reproduce when it's needed in the name of Jesus. You are not stranded in your reading. If you need to have supernatural help right now, receive it in Jesus' name. You will not read and miss. Because the worst that happens to you in medical school is you are reading and miss. But you're no, you will not read and miss. You will read with direction. The Holy Spirit will direct you, will lead you, will instruct you in the name of Jesus. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've been enjoying it. I hope I've actually been spewing life and value to you. And I think I have. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment for me. And share with your friends. You can put it on your medical school group pages. Let people get to see that this is actually, let them get to hear these insights. It's not everyone that sits down to tell you all these things every day. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody. And don't forget that this words of advice, they don't all only apply to the clinical school. They apply to, in fact, every single stage of medical school. If you notice, I was referring to my clinical school once or twice in what I was saying. So it applies to every part of medical school, really. They are like universal principles. What will help you? What will help you? Yeah, because the journey does not end here. It's still far. I'm still going to be a resident. I'm going to know her. It's still far, but God will help you. At least pass this first stage first and be calm like me. My body is calm now because I'm a doctor, so I'm not, nobody can tell me. Nobody can threaten me. I'm a doctor. So yeah, but you will be a doctor, so you're not a doctor. You're a doctor that are watching this, you're already a doctor, so alright, your lesson in your plan and stop looking at me. Take care of yourself, just joking. Have a beautiful day wherever you are. Yeah, bye.